What's up, YouTube? For over a year and a half, I've given my phone number out on social media for anybody struggling, not because I'm a doctor or counselor, but because I'm diagnosed with ADHD, PTSD, GAD, MDD. I've taken meds, I take meds, I see a doctor, I've self-harmed before, I'm a recovering addict, I lost a wife and a father to suicide, and I just wanted to be there for people. And it was one of the best things that I could have ever done. It was one hell of an experience, but as of last week, I ended up stopping giving out my number. It was one of those things I really prided myself on. I prided myself on giving my number out there every day so that people had an avenue that they could reach out to if they were struggling. I've had to stop doing that because it has gotten to the point that it's taken a mental toll on me. And it's not even from hate or from criticism. I want to kind of share, what it's like of getting these messages and why I had to stop. I mean, one of the reasons I had to stop is this was designed for, in my mindset, was adults. And yes, I'm on TikTok. Yes, there's a lot of adults on TikTok. I didn't imagine, though, that the volume of teens and stuff that would reach out to me have. And it goes to show that there's a lot of areas that need to be worked on for teens to give them support. That's why I've created even the Discord communities that I have to give that support, because I got a ton of texts that were like, hello. And I peak at the most I got was right around November. Thankfully, work was really slow. It was right around Thanksgiving. I was getting over 5,000 different people a day reaching out to me. And it got back to the point that I had another video go viral, well over 1 million views. And I was starting to get 2,000 to 3,000 people a day. And these are different people a day reaching out to me. And the ones that are hard is, especially with teens, and not as much with the adults, but reaching out, and it was all about response time. I got a lot. Is this a robot? Are you real? Is this number real? Is this fake? Are you the mental health TikToker? Yes to all those. I'm not fake. Yes, I'm the mental health TikToker. No, this isn't a robot. And I spent a lot of time trying to actually explain to people who this was. And it was like, man, you saw the video out there. You reached out to me. And this isn't bitching or anything of this sort. This is sharing with you my experiences. Because I've had also people that, well, you asked for this. Yes, I did ask for it. I didn't know what to expect. And I can tell you this, it's been the greatest experience in the world. I know that I've made a difference, and it makes me smile, and I can continue to make a difference, sharing coping tools and growing what I've created so far. But you do get a lot of that. And it was the one thing that I found, though, that people do search for a lot is that fix-it-all. I had a lot of people that asked me, how did I cure my depression? How did I cure my anxiety? And I had to explain to them that I haven't. That this is something that I deal with every single day. And maybe on social media, it looks like I'm happy or I'm smiling, but that's not necessarily the case. When I'm struggling the most is when I'm struggling the most. When you're struggling, you don't want other people to struggle. And I found myself even putting out more content than normal when I was struggling, because I didn't want anyone else to feel the way that I was feeling. It gets extremely overwhelming, and I had to stop because I couldn't keep up. And it was hard because I would have people that I would respond to like 3 days later after they texted me, and it would be like, who's this? And I'd have to go back through and explain to them who it was. And it takes a lot of time, and time is the most valuable asset that we have. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't humanly do it. I tried the Google. That worked to an extent, but it was about that human connection of texting somebody that you kind of recognize and that, hey, I've seen you before. I found the more popular of a creator you become, the more that people do reach out to you. And it was hard because I had a lot of people that would be like, hey, can you follow me back? I'm being bullied at school, and if you follow me back, that'll stop. No, like, please don't. If you want me to follow you back, like tag me in a video or something. And so it was hard trying to explain to those. Because it's also one of those things when you get people who are in an emotional state and you are more logical looking in, you look at it differently. I mean, I've been there when I'm going through shit, the world's fucking collapsing, but other people can help break it down easier for me. And that is one of the reasons I am a huge and firm believer of reaching out for support. And it's difficult. I mean, it really becomes a lot. It becomes mentally tiring. It becomes mentally exhausting. And one of my biggest triggers for self-harm is failure. And so when I got to the point here recently that I could not respond to these texts, and I had texts that were almost a week old that I couldn't respond to, didn't have the time to literally take care of my life and respond to these, that I didn't want to relapse in self-harm. And I felt like a fucking failure. Even though I could go through tons and tons of texts right now and how many people I've been able to help, the ones I haven't been able to help, I feel like I failed. And it's a hard thing to kind of live with. It sucks. And it eats at your soul a little bit. It eats at your heart because you want to help people. And, explaining to people that this isn't my job. This isn't what I do. Like, this literally is a passion. But I was making sacrifices of waking up at 3:30, 4:30 in the morning just to respond to text. And the hard thing is that at 3:30 in the morning, it's 6:30 on the East Coast, so you already have people that are up. So you're getting instant responses back, so there was never a way to really, truly catch up. And that's where it would just compound. And then I'd have these big, gaps. And the hardest thing, too, is even with the Apple phone and with my laptop and stuff, if I responded to a text that wasn't responded to, it shot me back up to the top of all the text messages. Now I had to try and scroll back through them all to try and find the ones I hadn't responded to. And it became that I wasn't able to help people the way that I wanted to, but I also got to the point that I needed to take care of myself. We lose ourselves, I think, sometimes when you're helping other people on how important it is to help yourself. And I noticed that my mentality was going down, my motivation was going down, my life was going downhill because I was investing everything into helping other people. And it doesn't pay my bills, so I have money stress. It's growing tremendously, and that's great. And I wanted this, to pretty much be all free services and tools and resources that I offered, because that a lot of us that are struggling with mental health, we're on fixed incomes or limited incomes. With me, I push through. Work is a struggle at times, but I do push through that. But I wanted people to be able to have a place that was just safe, that was comfortable, that they could reach out to. And because of where it's gone, I've had to get out stop giving out my number. I have received some hate for it. I'm not sorry for any of the messages and people that I've talked to. I love the people that I talked to, the people that I've met. There are challenges. I apologize to anybody out there if I didn't get back to you. I am sorry. This is why I had to stop giving out my number, because that weight became something that was truly real, that weighed here and weighed here. And I beat myself up over it. And it was too much for me to handle. But I want you to know that, there are communities out there for you. NAMI's out there is a phenomenal resource. I did point a lot of people towards NAMI, AA, NA, and those links are down below if you are struggling. I have links down below for BetterHelp if you want to try online therapy. I have links down below for all the different things I've done TikToks on of fidget cubes and fidget spinners, because it's trial and error to find out what works for you. And I think that's where it comes down to. Sharing our experiences really makes a difference. But knowing that mental illness doesn't discriminate, doesn't care about your age, doesn't care about your race, doesn't care about your color, doesn't care about your hair, your eyes, any of that. 1 in 4 people struggle with it. And it goes to show how many people do struggle with it because of how many people I had to reach out and continue even still to reach out. I've stopped giving out my number, and I'm still getting over 1,000 different people a day texting me. And I do respond to some of them. I'm trying to wean myself off of it. I send out a lot of the Discord links because it's allowed me now to kind of refocus in on work and take care of my household. Because the thing that we sometimes forget is that, man, if we're not taking care of ourselves, we ain't going to help anybody else. Not going to help anyone until we help ourselves. Can't pour from that empty cup. And we have to take that inventory of our life, of where we're at and what we're doing and what our priorities are. But I want people to know that there are tons of resources out there. There's tons of tools out there. And that's why I try to create everything that I have. And I still love TikTok. I still share a ton of my coping tools and techniques up there. And I do every single day. And I just want to remind people that it is okay. That it's okay to be not okay, and it's okay to be okay. And no matter what it is that you're struggling with, that you're a fucking badass. You're a BAMF. You're a badass motherfucker. You made it through 100% of your worst days to make it through 2 today. So there probably will be a day that I give my number out again, but it's not going to be for a little while, not until I get everything I need to in order, especially with the way that the year has started off and some of the changes that I need to make, because I want to be at the right place mentally to be able to help people that are struggling with all of my heart and all of my will. So if you haven't clicked that like and subscribe button, click that like and subscribe button. If I haven't texted you back, I do personally apologize to you. Feel free to reach out through the Discord communities. Down below in the descriptions are links to everything, to the affiliate links on Amazon, to BetterHelp if you want to try it. It's all trial and error to find out what works for you. We're all different. So finding out what works for you might not work for somebody else, but it helps us along that path to kind of speed it up. Feel free to comment down below. But hit that like and subscribe button. I share a ton of experiences, resources, and tools. And I just want you to know that you matter, that you're a badass motherfucker. You made it through 100% of your worst days to make it through 2 today. We got this.